every single time. Introducing the new BF Goodrich All-Terrain KO3 tire. Legendary toughness made tougher. BF Goodrich, what are you building for?
The international race attracts drivers and off-road racing enthusiasts from all over the world.
Off-road racing is important to Baja Designs because, simply put, it tests the envelope and it clearly makes or breaks the progression aspect of what we do and why we do it. The racers out here are the 1% pushing it to its full potential. This is a proving ground for every aspect of lighting.
Alexander Ford, Yuma's best new vehicle dealer, is celebrating Black Friday all month with a 2025 Ford F-150 Crew Cab STX, just $40,749, save nearly $6,000. Or drive a Bronco Big Van, just $43,999. A Bronco Sport, just $28,499. Or the final 25 Escapes, discounted nearly $8,000 to $26,999. See them all at BillAlexanderFord.com and ask about your $500 military rebate. Alexander Ford, a difference you can count on.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the next Method Race Wheels Fishgistics update presented by Fox Shocks all day long. This is hour 4. So that means we only have about, 20 more of these to go at least to get to 24 hours? Because we're usually on here for 24 hours, right? We'll see how the race goes, but we're going to be on here for a while. So don't worry. Even in the middle of the night when you guys are getting tired, you know at the top of the hour, on the hour, every hour, you can come on here and get another update on what's going on down at the Score Baja 1000. It is the, where is it? 50th year of BFG, by the way. So shout out to BFG, one of the longest sponsors of Score. 50 years, that's a long time. Got to be the longest sponsor. I don't think any of the other sponsors have been around for 50 years. So 50th year for BF Goodrich with Score. So big shout out to everybody over there. Nate Hunt, congratulations. He just got into the Off-Road Hall of Fame. Well deserved. He is BFG in Mexico. It is Nate. So shout out to BFG. Same with all these other guys, VP Racing, Fox, everybody that supports us here. It is awesome. This is, this is pretty cool. We have so much stuff to watch nowadays during the race. It is, it's just crazy. I mean, look at all these Starstream cameras we have. This left side of the screen, I know I've said it before, but I mean, it is amazing. Look at these cameras. Every single one on the left side here is a live camera in these cars. There's over 100 cameras in the car, and we only have like 200 entries or something. Over 50% of the people have a camera. It is crazy. And this watch party site, I love it because you get to watch all the star streams here. You can just pull up anyone you want, like, oh, let's go watch Bryce Menzies' car right now. Oh, you want to hear him? Let's turn on the in-car audio. Of course, they're not talking. Every time I go to show you guys the audio, they're not talking. Clearly, they're in a speed zone right now. You can see the 37 mile an hour in the right in the center there. The 37 in the Stella. That means they're in a 37 mile an hour speed zone. So we'll try to find someone that's talking to show you some audio. That is Christopher Polvardi and Mike Kim navigating. So when you hear the guy calling notes in Bryce Menzies' truck right now, that is Mike Kim. Later, they will be handing it off to Bryce Menzies to do the eastern side of the course back in. And then Orrin Anderson will be getting in with Bryce to do the navigating. So you'll be hearing Orrin talking later today once they get in. Let's see who else. Let's see, Paul Wheel and Toby Price. That is Paul Wheel in the car right now. We got Brent Bauman. Let's see if he's talking. Of course, he's not talking either. None of these guys are talking in the speed zone. They're all getting a break for a minute. Oh, there he is. So they're discussing their next strategy in a minute. Let's try to find someone that's not in a speed zone. Maybe we can hear them. Green Army is in a speed zone. Cameron Steele, let's see. Does he have in-car audio going? I don't know if he's got his audio hooked up. Let's put it up here and listen. No, he doesn't have audio because you can hear the truck really good. When you hear the truck good, you know he doesn't have audio. They have 2 Stellas though. Check that out. See how they have 2 Stellas in the middle there? That's actually super smart because if you have a problem with one, the other one still works. So that's why they have 2. It is an option. You can get 2 Stellas. It is a very good option. I would definitely do it because sometimes those things suck, honestly. And if it's not working, you get really screwed because long speed zones, you won't know how fast you're going. If one is off, it'll like sometimes read slow or fast. If you have a fast one that shows you going over, you'd want to ditch that one. And then if you get a slow one that shows you going slower than you are, that's a good one. You want to have that one in your car. So one of them might just stop working if you have 2 and one is fast, one is slow. It's amazing if that fast one stops working during the race. Just a little insight there. What else we got? Oh, Green Army's on the beach. Check this out. Let's go watch him for a second. So Justin Davis. Look at this section, driving on the rocks. You're literally on the beach, on the rocks. That is a pretty cool section. And if you look at the weather there, it's not that bad yet. So we see some cloud cover, but there is blue sky there too, because it's going to rain later. It is going to, is 100% going to rain. If you look at the weather map, there is a big storm coming later. This is just the calm before the storm right now. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see what happens later in the race when they get back towards Ensenada after San Felipe. They're going to be coming into some rain. And it's going to be wet, it's going to be slippery, and it's going to be muddy. So yeah, this is just such a cool section. I love this section. You're literally right on the beach. How many places do you get to drive on the beach? Like we can't do that in America anywhere. There's nowhere you can drive on the beach like that. So it's definitely super cool. But this is fun to watch. But let's go look at the leaderboard for a minute here. So let's see. All these guys are in a speed zone. You can see most of these guys are going slow right now because they're in a speed zone. So good time for us to check the tracker for you, the tracking map. Now let's refresh it real quick. It'll take a second because there's so many of you guys watching this today. So we will refresh the map. We'll wait for it. Wait a second, and then it'll come back on, hopefully. If not, we'll bring up our backup one, but this should come back on in a second. There it is. Okay. All right. So our lead bikes are on the north part of the course. This is the 7X Tyler Lynn entry, but it is David Como on the bike right now. So he's riding to mile 630. You can see he's got about 15 more miles to go in his section, and then he will be handing the bike off to the next rider. Arturo Salas, the 1X, they have made up a little bit of gap because it was 10 miles earlier, right? It's 6:06 to 14. They made up about a mile. That's it. So not much change there. They're about one more mile closer together. How can we get a link to the site? You guys said, were you talking about this site? This is watchparty.cc. So just type in your browser, watchparty.cc, if that's the site you guys are talking about. That's Watch Party. This is the track leaders site. This is the score tracking. So you can get this from the score website. I just brought it up so it's full screen here, but this is the score actual like Stella tracking here is what we got going on here. Then we have Racing Redefined, which is over here on another app, which has just the unlimited trophy trucks have trackers on there for this tracker. But it's super cool because this thing updates live. Like, look, when we zoom in, look at it moving. You can literally see them driving down the road. Like, see how it's going? Like, you're watching it live. There's no delay on this tracker. Where the other trackers only ping every couple minutes and give you a location, this one is live. This one uses the Wi-Fi or cellular, Starlink, whatever connection it has, and it transmits with that. It has them all grouped together, and it'll pick the best connection. The other ones are simply a satellite connection. Costs a lot of money. It uses Iridium network, and they have to send a ping up and then wait for it to come back down. So it's delayed a bit where this is actually live. Eventually, hopefully, all of the cars will be running something like this, which would be really cool because then it'd be live. But right now, we have all the unlimited trophy trucks running this, so we at least get to see them. So you can see the 94 is in first physical, Alan Impudia is second. Toby Price with Paul Wheel behind the wheel right now is third. Luke McMillan with Rob McCackern behind the wheel is fourth. Tavo Vidosala, he is driving, is fifth. And then Kevin Thompson, he is driving, is sixth. So that's the top six. They've actually kind of checked out a little bit. Robbie Gordon is kind of doing what Robbie Gordon always does. He kind of stacks everybody up. And I guarantee you that Andy McMillan right now, who is in the 23, is not a Robbie Gordon fan right now. He's been sitting in Robbie Gordon's dust for a long time, and Robbie's going just fast enough where Andy can't really get around him, but he's definitely stinking up the trail a bit. Because, I mean, look at the gap between Robbie and then you got to come up here to Kevin Thompson. So Andy needs to get around Robbie as soon as he can in the 23. If he can get around him, Andy's going to want to run back towards the front and make up some time. So if we go look at the timing also on Racing Redefined here, we'll show you what we're talking about. So if we back it up, let's go back to check 3. Well, check 210 is the same. All right, so just a couple miles ago at race mile 210, Alan Impudia was in the corrected time lead, not physical, corrected time. This is corrected time. So he was first by 13 seconds over Cristobal Polvardi. Toby Price was third, 20 seconds back. Luke McMillan was fourth. Tavo Vidosala was fifth. And then Kevin Thompson was sixth. Now, I do want to go back to one where we have Robbie and Andy through, which is right here. So if we go back here, we can see at race mile 205, Andy is 10 minutes back on corrected time. That is not where he wants to be. Look at the gap between Kevin Thompson and Dan McMillan there. 5-minute gap. That is the same gap that is between Kevin Thompson, who's in sixth, and the first place truck. I mean, it's double that. He's only 5 minutes back. And Dan's truck is already 10 minutes back because Robbie's stinking up the trail. So he's got to get around him. He's got to get around him for sure. I mean, 10:11, 10:36. I don't know if Robbie's got some kind of issue or what, but they've lost 5 minutes already, and he's got to go. So he's got to get around the number 5. He's got to get around him. Dan, tell him to get around him. Dan's probably watching this because he's getting in the truck later. So that is what's going on with our leaders. Now let's take a look. I wish we had a good tracker like that for everybody. Let me wait till this thing refreshes here, and then I'm going to turn off the refresh so we don't lose the halfway through my update again. Okay, I'm going to turn the refresh off. Now let's look at some other classes. Let's look at class 1 because that was our unlimited update for you guys. There's too many damn classes over here. Why do we need so many classes? All right, class 1. We have the 162, Brendan Gaughan, Tim Wilson started that car, is in first. We have Cody Reed, the 168 in second. Fancook's going to be getting in this car later, by the way, Adam Fancook. Watch for that car to pick up some speed when Adam gets in it because he is one of the fastest buggy dorks around. So Adam will be wheeling that thing later. And then we have Brad Wilson back here in the 138. They're kind of all staying the same right now. Nobody's really doing much there in class 1 as far as like gapping anybody. This gap right here was the same gap towards the start. So that is that's what's going on there. What tracker was that? A Racing Redefined. Yeah, it's an app. So if you guys are looking for this one, go to the App Store and Racing Redefined, either in the Apple App Store or the Android App Store. If you're a green texture, go over there and get Racing Redefined. It's an app you have to download. So that's how you can see that right there. All right, back to the tracking. Let's look at, we did class 1. Who's going to be behind them? Probably the Spectra. Legends, I guess we can look at the Legends class real quick. I mean, this class is not even a competition, honestly. I mean, Gustavo Vidosala Sr. and Ricky Johnson are just like, I mean, they smoke everybody every race. Look at this. They're at mile 202. They have a 50-mile lead already. 50 miles. All the 1L has to do is get to the finish line, and they'll win again for like the 20th consecutive victory. It is a good race back here for the podium, though. Look, we got the 99, the 53, Wade Porter, Shane Lewis, David Payne, and we have Clay Lawrence. Those are all really close together. It's just Ricky Johnson here in the 1L is just so fast. He just is in front of everybody. He qualified really good. What was he, like 6th or 7th or something off the line? He just qualified really well and just has this massive, massive gap you can see. So that's a look at the Legends class. We will keep an eye on this later because speaking of Legends, we have some Legends getting in the David Payne truck later. So the 61L, I believe David Payne did start in it. Let me see. Did he start on there? Let me check Legends. Yeah, so David Payne did start. He qualified. But we do have Larry Ragland getting in at mile 210. So Larry Ragland is going to be getting in the 61L. After Larry Ragland, he's going to hand it off to Andy Grider. You guys remember Andy Grider? Longtime motorcycle racer, one of the fastest guys down in Baja. Doesn't do too much racing anymore here or there. He is going to drive the 61L later. So Andy Grider will be in there. And then the Grand Marshal of this race, Larry Rossler, the other LR, is going to get in that truck and bring it to the finish. So we do have some actual real legends in the legend class today in the 61L. So pretty cool to see the 61L getting some legends all racing together. All right, let's go look at Spec Truck. They're ahead of the legends, as you can see, most of them, except for Ricky Johnson, of course. So we have the 285, Justin Davis, who is going for a solo. He's going to drive the whole thing today. He's not getting out of the truck. He's driving the whole thing. So Justin Davis is first. Brent Fox, who races every single race out there, is second. And then Jack Olagus is showing as third. Jack Olagus, a little bit newer to Baja here. He's, 18, 19 years old now, something like that. Steve Olagus' son. He's only been racing for a few years, more than a few years now, but only a couple years in a spec truck. And I think this is his first or second year in Baja. I forget. I think it's his first year in Baja, though. So Jack Olagus hanging right there with the guys that have lots of experience in front of him. So pretty cool run to see Jack doing good so far. EJ Herbst there. We got Mike Marsal. And then we got Thor Herbst, class champion. That's why he's number 200. Is running in, what is that, 5th or 6th right now. Justin Montesalvo back there. We got Jose, and then we got a whole bunch more back there. So we'll keep an eye on them later. What other class do we want to look at? UTV Open. How high up are they? This is always a question. How high up will Brock Eager finish, or one of the UTV Opens finish in the overall? Well, Brock is in first still. Teammate Max Eddy Jr. These are all SCI. These are factory Polaris cars right here. You guys can buy one of these same cars, by the way, from me that these guys are in. So here's my shameless plug for the day. If you want to buy one of these cars, let me know and I'll sell you one. So we have 1896 Brock Eager first. Teammate Max Eddy second. Teammate Caden McCacherin third. And then fourth, we have Mike Caffro, Michael McFadden. And then there's the fourth car, 1831 Justin Morgan is back there. We got Brandon Sims, Justin Lambert in another factory car. We got Ronnie Anderson, Wayne Matlock, factory car. We got Brandon Walsh, factory car. And then we have Paul Barnhart, not a factory car, but he just bought a factory car. So you probably see him in a factory car soon. He just picked it up last week. So there you go. Lots of factory cars out there now. And we got Ian Kennedy back here, decided to race the last minute. His car's up for sale too. So if you guys want to buy a car, Ian's trying to sell his car because he wants to go spec truck racing. So if you want to buy a car, hit up Ian Kennedy, a used car. You can buy Ian Kennedy so he can buy a spec truck. So there you go. All right, that's a look at your UTV Open class. Now let's look at the forced induction. Let's see. What do you guys think? I haven't looked yet. Is Phil Blurton in first place yet? Is he in the front or is he broken? He's one of the two probably. He was in fourth the first time we looked. Then he was in second last time. Let's look. I'm not cheating because I haven't looked before this update, I promise. All right, forced induction. Let's go. What do you know? What do you know? By the way, I'm going to start a side business of fortune telling. And if any of you guys would like the fortunes to be told, or if you would like to know who won anything before it happens, just let me know and I'll let you know. So Phil Blurton, no surprise really. I mean, it's pretty easy. Now in first, Phil Blurton first, Matt Burrows second, Zach Lumsden third. We got Caden Wells. Here's another one. Watch Caden Wells. He will keep moving up too. Where is he right now? Fourth. And see that gap? He probably started, I don't even remember where he started. I guarantee you he started a ways back. He's fast too. So Caden Wells and Phil Blurton will probably be 1 and 2 before long, not before long. Caden Wells, Donald Cerrone, they keep falling back a little bit. And when you're at 0 miles an hour, that is not good. So definitely not good for Donald Cerrone there. We got Nicholas, Mark Brunette, and then a whole bunch more people behind them we can check on later. Class 10. Let's see. They're mixed in. So we got Duran is going to be first. We got Potter second. We have Carlos third. Matt Willert fourth. And Elliot Watson fifth. So there you go. That is that. Let's see. What else do we have? Who didn't we check? Oh, the two-wheel drives. I keep forgetting that the two-wheel drives are a separate class. It's just so silly. All right. Score trophy truck. Where's the two-wheel drive on here? I don't even see the two-wheel drives. Legends S. Am I missing it here? Where's the two-wheel drive? Are they? Oh, they're all listed together. That's why. Okay. So they're all listed under the same class here, but they're not actually in the same class because they're two separate classes now. So if we load the trophy trucks, this is all the front that we showed you before. You see Robbie Gordon here in the big gap. Then we have 9T. Okay, so Ethan Ebert in the Honda SUV, the Passport, is leading the trophy truck two-wheel drive class. Behind him, we have Sam Baldy and Cameron Steele. Really good race going between those two guys. So Sam Baldy, Cameron Steele, second and third in two-wheel drive. Tim Herps, fourth in two-wheel drive. Mikey Lawrence, fifth. JP Gomez, sixth. Dave Taylor, seventh. So that is a look at your trophy truck two-wheel drive class right there. They're intermixed in with them. Yeah, you see the T on the end. That is two-wheel drive, but normally there would be a separate class over here on the right, but there's not. So you just got to look in trophy truck, and then you just have to kind of look at the ones with the T. Now, let's go look at our score live leaderboard because we actually have some updates through here. Now, this is the trophy truck two-wheel drive class. You can't see it, but up on the left there, it's not showing up for you guys. You can select the class you want. So I'm going to go to show all for a minute. And here we go. All right, official score timing, corrected time right here. We have Alan Ampudia showing as first on corrected time through race mile 2:08 right here. He is in first. Christopher Polvardi is in second. 9 seconds. Look at this. 9 seconds between first and second. Last time it was 5 seconds between them. Now it's 9 seconds. So 9 seconds on corrected time between first and second right now. Third place is Toby Price. He's 7 seconds behind Polvardi and 16 seconds behind number one, Alan Ampudia, on corrected time. Luke McMillan is fourth. That's Rob McCackern behind the wheel right now. Tavo Vadosila is fifth. He's 2 minutes out of the lead. Kevin Thompson is sixth. Dan McMillan, like we said, that's Andy McMillan, but he's 10 minutes behind the lead. They're losing time. He's got to get around Robbie. Robbie he's right there. And then Rob McCackern. This is Josh Daniel driving the Rob McCackern entry right now. So Josh is going to drive the first half basically, and then Rob's going to get in. Rob is ahead of him because he's in Luke's truck on course right now. So when Rob gets out of Luke's truck, he's going to get in the Josh Daniel driving Rob McCackern entry once Josh gets the truck to him. Did you guys keep all that straight? So that's what we're doing. Now, Ampudia is driving solo, yes. Ampudia and Kyle Kraft will be in the car all day, just like they did last year. They've done all the races this year solo. It's just them two. They won the first 3 races of the year. They're trying to win the last race of the year and be the first team to sweep all the races. Bryce Menzies has won 3 before. He won the 500, the 400, and the 1,000, but he didn't win San Felipe that year. This year, Alan Ampudia has won San Felipe, the 500, and the 400. Will he win the Baja 1000 and be the first person to ever win all of the score races in the trophy truck class? We'll see, to be determined. Right now, he is sitting in first place, but we have a long way to go. Anything can happen. So we'll see. Yeah, so that's your update there. That's Watch Party. Let's go check on the Class 11s and the Ironmen real quick because we definitely got to keep you guys posted. And yeah, there is 2 Class 11 classes listed on the tracker. So if you're looking for Class 11, make sure you select the one with 4 entries first. And then there's the other one with just 1 entry. So Class 11, we have 1105 is still moving. So 1103, sorry. So 1103 there is still moving. 1111, Alaric Soranzo is second. Christopher is moving and in third. And then the 1156 is not moving. So that is not great for the 1156. Now let's turn on the other Class 11 car back here. They're not moving either. So we got 2 Class 11s not moving right now early in the race. That is not ideal. Definitely not ideal. So hopefully they can get going again. But we do have some that are moving. Like we said, we just showed you the 4. The first one is right here. They're going through Europan right now. So 1103 Ralph is moving. All right, now let's go check on the Ironman bike, and then we're out of here for this update. It's already been, these things go long today. We got so much to talk about. It's been a 25-minute update already, and you guys, once again, you guys have sent me a ton of messages since the last time. Oh, where'd it go? That's my camera. Look at all these messages just since the last time I was on. You guys are nuts. I get so many notifications now. It's insane. I can't even keep up with it. I need an assistant to just look at my phone the whole time. What was I going to do? Oh, yeah, the Ironman. Pro Moto Ironman. Pro Moto Ironman. Here we go. All right. Our leader is Larry still. So Larry's been leading the Pro Moto Ironman all day. And then behind him, we have it's actually a bit of a race. Check it out. Look at this. We got a race developing here. We got the 715. His gap is getting a little smaller, I think. It's 442, and I don't know what mile that is. About a 20-mile gap maybe to Eric Estrada in second, and then a huge gap. Look at all the way back to third is way back here. But we need to find the 776. There they are right there. Okay. Oh, he's at 0 miles an hour. That is the 1980 Honda 125, but he's at a road. So chances are that's a pit. Hopefully he's just either working on the car or it's a scheduled pit. That's in Valley T right there. So, or no, that's not Valley. What am I talking about? Valley T. Valley T is way north. This is what mile did I say that is? Yeah, 285. So that is going to be north of Catavenia still, but most likely that is a planned pit stop there. So Gregory, hopefully he's in his pit, getting some fuel, maybe getting a snack, and then he'll be good to go again. But we're going to keep an eye on Gregory all day long here. All right, you guys want to see 1600 cars? Fine, we'll show you those. And then I got to go because I got a bunch of updates to do for you guys on social media. All right, 1600. Daniel Goodrich just passed, done the European section, turned out of Santo Tomas and headed up the hill. So Daniel Goodrich is there. We got the 1632. Uh-oh, that's not good. 0 miles an hour, but right before Santo Tomas. So he's not too far from help. Third, we got John Paul. This is the guy that is soloing. We were told that earlier, thanks to Morton's. So John Paul is soloing in a single seat. He's Iron Manning because it's a single seat. Good luck. And then 1657, Jose is going to be fourth, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then fifth is going to be Cesar Omar. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is a look at your top 5 in the 1600 class. So there you go. All right. Well, I hope you guys are having fun. I mean, head over to Watch Party. This is awesome. Again, I know I've talked about this every update, and I'm going to for the rest of the day. All these Starstream cameras are just they're just badass nowadays. I mean, we got Bryce Menzies right here in the middle. Let's maximize it. Let's listen to his in-car for a second.
F3 to right 3, rock left.
This is Mike Kim calling out the notes.
Left 3.
That's Christopher Pavardi behind the wheel right now. Bryce will get him a little later.
Right 3 tightens over. Left 4 and right 3 tightens.
All right, so there you go. I mean, it's pretty cool. You can just pull them up. Look at, you even got the telemetry in the top right there. Super cool. I mean, Ampudia, like, oh, let's watch Alan Ampudia who's running. Look, he's in someone's dust right now. So what we do, we go, okay, Ampudia's in dust. Let's go look. Actually, let's look at Racing Redefined because it's a little better. So Ampudia, oh, check this out. That is Christopher Polvardi in front of him. So let's go back over there for a second. This is Alan Ampudia. Let's turn on the sound. Alan Ampudia is running down Christopher Polvardi for the physical lead. Look at, he's right there. You can see him right around the corner. That is Christopher. So Ampudia is catching up to Christopher. He is less than a minute behind him, hence why he's winning on corrected time. Now, if we go back over to Christopher and we go full screen in Bryce's truck, let's turn on the sound. Let me move myself out of the way. All right, so the bottom right-hand corner there is Bryce's rear view camera. So if it was me, I'm going to keep this open, and I'm going to wait and see if we see Ampudia in a minute catching up. So when we do, you're literally going to be able to watch it live if Ampudia tries to get around Polvardi. Now, Polvardi knows he's there. These guys are getting split updates. All these guys are. They know exactly what's going on at all times, especially during the daytime. At night, not so much because there's no helicopters and there's anything else, nothing else up there. But if we go back to Ampudia's for a minute. This was cool. You can have them both on the screen there if you want. And then you can go big. So we can see the dust is right in front of Ampudia, and he's catching him. So this is going to be fun to watch. When I sign off, I suggest go to watchparty.cc and watch both of these guys' star streams because it's going to be really cool. So go watch this stuff and then come back here at 2 o'clock for our next update. And I think we should have Travis Williams on the ground on a spot before the leaders at 2 o'clock too. That's what we're going to try to do. They're getting refueled in the heli right now. They're going to go land and they're going to try to get us a spot coming by the leaders in just a little bit. All right. Well, that's it for this update. Come back at 2 o'clock here on Fishgistics.